Yo, welcome back. We back again. Spill the beans. Got another great episode coming for y'all today. My boy Mike T right here. Mike D over there. We got a real special guest for y'all. One of the top comedians in the city. Coming through to drop some knowledge, share his story, share some funny jokes and some gems. He gonna let us know who funny and who ain't. And my boy,
We gonna spill the beans.
we
definitely gonna spill the beans today.
My boy ISO came to spill the beans. We appreciate you for coming on, man.
I appreciate y'all, man. That's funny.
So I want to start off first, because obviously you're from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, what got you into comedy? Like, did you always know you was funny, like, growing up? Like, was you a class clown? Or did you just, like, because, you know, some, like, comedians, they have stories like, oh, I always watched Richard Pryor, and, like, you just always knew you was funny.
Or even like sports, too. Because, like, some people play sports and stuff and then divert.
Yeah. Nah, my story a little bit different. I knew I was not funny. And so that's what helped me. Like, all right, cool, I can try this, but no, you know what I mean, have all the confidence in the world. But in school, I was like, you know that person in school that's like annoying? Like, he might say something funny there and now. Yeah, so I was that guy.
This nigga trying too
Yeah.
hard. Like, man, you cool, we rock with you. You ain't.
You don't gotta do all that. I was him. You feel me? Yeah, so I was him, and you know, after school, like, I always wanted to try comedy, but I was too scared because people was like, oh, you know what I mean, you ain't funny, you ain't gonna work for you, and I was like, yeah, they probably right. I'll probably make a fool of myself, but thank God for COVID, because it was then like, y'all probably know, in COVID you ain't had nothing to do.
Yeah,
There was literally
that's
nothing
what
to do.
TikTok started blowing up.
If you wasn't a big gamer, it was nothing for you to do.
Nothing, bro.
That's when TikTok really blew up, too.
Exactly. So I'll never forget. I was in a room, and this was when, say I remember when Tory Lanez was doing that like quarantine radio joint, and he was just having all the
Instagram
people.
Live.
Yes, bro. So I watched that. I was like, bro, this look fun to do or whatever. So I was like, let me try it. And when I was doing it like trying to like add like jokes and stuff in there, and like have fun. People was saying like, we like you doing that, da da da. And it was like, you should do it more. So I hit up a comedian who's all deaf. His name, shout out to Brandon Lewis. Hit up B-Lou and asked B-Lou, like, yo, like, I want to really host events. And he was like, you can't. People don't hire a host. You either you have to do, like, comedy or acting or something like that. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try comedy. So I bought books or whatever, and I did my first open mic. I'll never forget, October 20th for 2020. That was my first one, and then from there.
How big was that crowd,
How
though,
did
with
that go?
COVID and everything else, too?
That was.
I'm saying, because it's
You
when
said
that.
how big was the crowd? How
Yeah.
big? About the same amount of people that's in this room.
But you gotta start something.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
feel it.
That's probably four very important people to you.
Man,
yeah.
no, it was. It was
was
four random people,
random people.
and then like two of them were comics. So it's like they was.
That make it better though, because this is
Yeah.
an unbiased opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. You
That's-
know, I
that's
will
true.
say that. I will say that. So yeah, I went in there, bomb. But I was like, oh, that was kind of fun though. So then I just kept doing that ever since.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So was it a moment where you got like discouraged on a set or a show or anything you was doing, or you like,
Because
well,
comedy
shit,
is really-
I don't know if I really want to do this for real.
I agree, because comedy really
It's
is one of those
up and
things where,
downs,
like,
boy.
you could say the same joke that a big name could say, and people just won't laugh
Yeah, they
because
rock
it's you
with you.
and not the big name. You know what I'm
You said
saying?
you could have said it first.
Yeah.
Yep. So here's a story. In Atlanta probably one of the toughest markets to do like comedy at. They don't play. So I was I can't remember the spot, but K-Dub was running the mic, and my mentor, shout out to Jesse McDonald. That's my mentor. Jess has taught me everything I know in comedy. My bad, my ankles out. That's great. My bad. I looked at the camera like, oh, but Jess told me everything I know in comedy. He took me to this mic with K-Dub, and I was fresh in comedy. So I told you I started comedy in like 2020. It was probably like 3-4 months later. It's 2021. So I didn't have no set or nothing. I was just saying like, just trying stuff, bro.
Right
Like,
off the
Let me see
dome,
if this
like,
funny or not.
yeah.
but tell me why he took me to a spot. It was a spot that was like a hookah lounge, but that night it was only strippers and like drug dealers in that joint, bro.
So you had real
Like,
It get worse,
you had
bro.
some hustlers.
So yeah, so y'all, tell you kind of know how I dress. Like I'm more so like a casual guy. So I had like a polo shirt on, like the not the button up, but like the polo one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The professional joint, yeah, the nerdy joint. And so had that on. I had some like loafers.
So they looking at you crazy.
You was great. Hey, so you was Antoine when he remember Undercover Brother when literally he was like damn duck shoes. But you was comfortable.
That's me though. But that's what I had on. I went in there and I wasn't even supposed to go up. K-Dub was like, Jesse was supposed to go up. No, was it just no? It was Fredo, Ron, and K-Dub, and Fredo and Ron was supposed to go up. I was just there, kind of like chilling, and he was like, "Oh, you want to do some time?" I was like, "Nah, I'm kind of new." And this is why I respect K-Dub. He was like, "Bro, I mean, you only get better from this. Whether no matter how it go, you go and get better. You can either get scared and you lose an opportunity, or you could just go up." And I was like, "Bro, you right, bro. I still don't want to go up." So I ain't gonna lie. And I told him no, but he was
you
like,
see who out there?
He's like, I am not dressed for this, bro.
"Bro, I'm not lying, bro." And I told him no. He was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna put you up anyway." And he ended up putting me up. I remember, I'll never forget. I went up to Ron, and I went up there, and there was a dude from Cincinnati. He was actually in the crowd on the side because I had said something like the JC. He was like, "What you know about the JC?" And I said a joke, and then he just kind of looked at me. And then I kept going through my stuff, and it was quiet, just like this room, for the entire 5 minutes. It got so bad, I'm not lying to you when I say this. It got so bad, I remember I'm sitting here, there's a woman right here. Everybody's now starting to talk or whatever. And the woman looked me dead in my face, and she was like, "I'm still listening to you, baby." I said, "Oh, my God."
Oh man.
I said, "You know what? Let me go ahead. My name Iso. Let me go ahead and get out." Yeah, that was probably the worst experience. But from there, I had like that experience is like I'm not scared to do nothing. Yeah, I think I've had the worst
That was the
experience.
bottom, huh?
Yeah, that was the bottom.
Ain't get worse
So
than
that
that.
was gonna be one of my questions. Like, I mean, they ain't boo you though, did they?
No, they
So,
didn't.
I
At least
mean-
they didn't boo you. I mean,
But people think booing is bad. Booing is like at least I'm letting you know you're bad.
But for me to just like,
For you not
so
to
you
say
saying
it.
it was like completely like stone faced.
I'm on
Like,
the microphone and you acting like I ain't here.
Yeah, exactly. That's like I'm invisible.
so was
okay.
I gotta
like,
come
was
see
like
that
dudes
stuff.
like still
Like,
talking and like
Bro,
doing.
I'm telling you, they
You
like
talking
right.
like
So the
this and they
stage
over
right
here,
here,
like
the
talking
closest
like this,
person
like
kind
that.
of like where
this-
they know exactly what he doing.
This how they doing
They
it
just
all.
talking while I'm like throwing my stuff, and I'm thinking
That's
I'm doing it,
crazy,
and
bro.
they're like, "Nah, bro, you not him." And
I
I'm
mean,
like, "Damn."
after doing that, your confidence had to like.
It plummeted.
How long did it take for you to get back on, like, in front of people after that?
Honestly, it wasn't that long because again, that was like a real like tough kind of black crowd. And I was like, okay, if I'm gonna really do this, I'm gonna have to put the work in for like crowds like that. So I went back. I was like, bro, I'm sorry.
You can make our people laugh.
Yeah, straight up.
Straight up, for real.
So and maybe like a month and a half, I got back in the saddle, and yeah, I just been rocking ever since, bro.
So, well,
That's funny though. Make me be lit at it.
my bad.
Still traumatized about that.
I'm
It's
still
part of the journey, though.
It is
So
though.
have you been back down to Atlanta to that same spot since or not? It's
Would
just
you ever go?
chop it up.
Look.
You gotta get back down to
Like,
that. You gotta redeem yourself, right? So
Never.
I'm gonna be in the
We're gonna go down there with you.
Never, dog. I'm like, you know
In the
what?
back.
Y'all taught me what I needed to learn for that day, that season of my life. It's over. I don't never need to see y'all drug dealers.
For real.
So I ain't going back
So
there.
like, what part of Cincinnati did you grow up in?
North College Hill.
College
North College Hill. Yep.
How was it out there growing up?
Um,
What was you getting into out there?
for real, bro. For real, just I've only hanged around homies that was like real chill. Like even my homie that introduced me to Tuck was like just a chill homie. My pops wasn't into like letting me dibble dabble and like know what I mean, the street stuff or nothing like that. So I really did. Went to school. I wrestled. I played basketball. I was in a band, but after that, I really didn't. This fucking sound crazy. So I didn't go to my first y'all probably went to school dances or whatever.
Nah, I ain't really start going to like junior senior.
Okay, then cool. Never
Like
mind. It's not-
homecoming and all.
Yeah. Okay.
Shit, I was in there every year.
See that's
Worry about the wrong things.
Yeah,
You ain't never seen the one?
Go
The
ahead.
school dances, boy. Hey.
I know them. That's what I'm like. The people made them look fun, so I was like, dang. I'm like, I was 16.
feel like you missed something.
Yeah, bro. I'm like tight,
What it
bro.
was is, all you damn movies that's out here about high school, y'all lied to us.
Right.
High school was not like that growing up.
You don't think so?
I don't know. For some people,
High school
it
music,
was.
cool, it wasn't for me. I mean, I had fun, but like,
You said high school.
They go with Disney Channel.
the wood. No, I wait,
Hey,
the wood.
hey.
The wood like the wood. Because I ain't gonna throw no names out there, but we had a lot of families. They big brothers was pulling up to the school.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, Mount Healthy was crazy. But go ahead, no college chill.
Nah, I mean, I didn't even get involved in nothing crazy. So, I mean, shoot, growing up was kind of chill. I didn't really experience life till like after I got out of high school and stuff. So,
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. I feel like I started kind of late too. I was all about sports growing up.
real.
Yeah, like people don't believe me, like, but even just drinking, I ain't drink till I was 21. Like, never had a drink till I was 21.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, though.
Then when I was in college, like, I was going to God for sure. No, but you know
Hey,
when
you did the correct thing. That's what
you
you
know
trying
when
to
you go to college, when you go to college, you parties and everything. People
Oh,
drink,
yeah.
like they don't. But like, I was not drinking. Like I'm like, bro, I'm not
Oh, you was
drinking.
choosing not to.
Yeah, and they would be like, bro, you having fun? It's homecoming. Like you just as lit as everybody else. You ain't drinking. I'm like, we won. I'm with all my boys. I'm
good.
I'm as high as I need to be. Like
Straight up.
I'm good. Like,
Straight up.
but yeah, I was like pretty chill too. Like in high school, I was like, bro, I ain't going to no dance. Like I ain't football. Like that's so I was pretty dull too in high school. Like I was just chilling.
So y'all play football together? Or?
Nah, he
was
older.
after
he graduated before me.
Oh, okay.
Older.
As fuck.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's all the same.
You trying to slide that in there?
In other words, I'm big
Pause,
bro.
Mike.
Oh, hey, that's wild. That's wild.
Nah,
right
he
there.
graduated in 2012. Yeah, I graduated in 2017. So when he was in a senior, I was in 7th grade.
Oh, okay. Damn. All right, that's what's up.
Make me old.
Nah, yeah, I thought y'all was saying. I don't know if that was respectful to you
Nah,
or
nah,
you know what I mean,
it's cool.
disrespectful to him. I don't know. My bad. I ain't mean
It
to.
was respectful to you. You still look younger.
Yeah, you know.
All
But-
right, don't do that.
But as far as like comedians, like big name comedians, which ones would you say like you feel like if there was a trajectory and a path of like what I want to be or the lane I want to get to eventually, what would be like your top three that you could say like?
Top three
Mount
Oh,
Rushmore.
yeah, okay, there's do four.
For comedians.
Like you like the way they start to where they're at now because like especially like us growing up, I feel like comedians weren't as superstar as they are now.
I don't know.
I feel like to a certain point.
Nah, I agree.
I feel like now like Kevin Hart, like I feel like comedians weren't as high of a pedestal, especially in Hollywood, as a role just like to be in movies and everything else. Like yeah, you would see like Bernie Mac was like an Ocean 11, but like guys are fighting for that role because even like how they talk about the story with him, Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Like I feel like now it's a different level than it was like when we were growing up.
I'm all right. Before I answer that question, I'm curious to know, like from y'all, like you said, like our comedians are the. What I can't remember word for word what you said, but basically like comedians like superstars now.
Yeah.
I feel like we're in an era where like a comedian who just does like clubs and stadiums is kind of becoming obsolete. You got to be on like the
Big
well,
screen.
not even that, just like the TikToks, the Instagrams. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Shout
you
out to
gotta
the
be making
best
clips, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like they clump that in as a comedian, and I mean I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying like now a comedian has to be more so in your face than somebody you going to see or
'Cause
whatever.
I agree. Because if you ask
Yeah.
somebody right now, like, oh, who's the funniest person? They're not gonna say who's
It's
the
gonna be a
funniest
content
comedian.
creator that
no,
became a
it's not.
comedian
That's
too,
not like
maybe.
who's the funniest person on social media.
Right.
You will never hear Kevin Hart or
Nope.
Mike Epps.
Nope.
You're gonna hear Drewski, Desi,
Yeah.
people like that. So I agree.
Makes sense.
Because like it's more like content creators now are becoming comedians opposed to them maybe starting out,
Keep saying content creators.
because that's what they are at the end of the day. I
They're
mean,
comedians though.
but they're
making
content
funny
creators though.
skits.
But they're content creators. That's where they started.
Comedians.
I mean, that's the blurry kind of line. I mean, whatever they call themselves, what they call us. But y'all both right. Y'all literally saying the same thing, but it's kind of
Just
addressed.
a different way of
Yeah, you feel me? So, I was just interested to ask y'all to see how y'all view, comedians now. But
I feel like, but comedians is to me kind of like musicians. Like you going through something, some people listen to music, or you need a laugh. Let me go see what such and such posted. Like I feel like comedians is like good for society. Like,
you gotta
some
laugh.
people really
Yeah.
go through stuff, and a
Because
laugh could change their whole day around.
Even
So
kind of piggybacking how you
I feel
just
like
said that.
comedy is like a big deal.
Like, it's easier for me to go, okay, like you said, I need a laugh. Let me just go on Drew's page and see what he posted. I posted like me going, okay, when's that next Kevin Hart special gonna be up on Netflix? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's real. Hey, that's real though.
Schedule
Like,
this laugh.
like, that's real. And that's like you saying, like the difference between, and that's why I was saying I feel like it's a difference when we were growing up because we had to wait on the comedy special.
Easier access to it.
Yeah.
Like ISO was saying.
yeah, for sure. But now that was interesting kind of take you. But as far as my comedians, Dave Chappelle be up there number one. That was the only reason I kind of started comedy. I know almost every excerpt.
Have you
out of
been up
Chappelle's
to his
show.
spot up there?
I have not. I'm kind of tight because all my homies. Shout out to all the Dayton comedians. They like
You got a
that.
comedy club up there?
Yeah, and
Yeah, it's on his house. It's on his property.
yeah, on his property. Then he just bought out. What was that one? Golly, Wiley's. There we go. They're renovating that. It was once called Wiley's. I don't know what it's called now, but he bought that building. He's about to make a comedy club, a hotel after that. So, he really putting on for like Yellow Springs and Dayton.
That's
So
what's up.
yeah,
I didn't even know Dave Chappelle was from Dayton.
nah,
Yeah.
man, yeah, he really be showing love. Cats don't even understand.
Because isn't like in like a barn or something almost like.
I haven't been to it, but yeah, it's like in his backyard, from what I was told. And yeah, and like the tickets sell out within 5 minutes of him dropping them.
I did know that because I tried to get tickets one time. It was
Bro, it's hard, almost
Yeah.
impossible. You gotta know somebody,
Got
bro.
the inside scoop.
Literally, bro. I'm not even lying to
Now
you.
when they
That
drop,
sound. I ain't gonna lie. That sound like a dope experience though. Like,
because it's a
if I
lot
ever
more
get a chance, I would
personalized.
definitely like a comedy club in his backyard. That sound like hella fun.
Yeah, it's lit. I want to do it. So if y'all know anybody,
We trying to get
A friend of a friend of a friend.
When you say get in with me, we try to get in with you. All right, but Dave up there.
Dave up there. Honestly, he kind of grown on me. Pause. Martin, because Martin is kind of like underrated, but he's like funny more kind of like acting funny.
I was about to say, so
wouldn't
you
be
feel
that.
like his movies or his stand up is better? I like
His comedic acting in films and in TV.
Okay.
That's where he would flourish.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I mean, he's stand up
I
good,
agree.
but like his personality, like he just a funny person.
Yeah.
Like just give him a scene and he gonna make the best of it. So Martin up there for me. Who else would I say? I mean, I really like, the no name guys. Eddie Murphy's up there for me as well. I like a lot of
classic
his
right
stuff.
there.
name guy.
It is, but like, bro, like in the comedy world, a lot of people don't throw Eddie Murphy out there.
Yeah. He also doesn't do as nearly as much work as he used to, which
Now he getting older now
he is
too.
getting older.
So,
I did see they about to come out with that Shrek next year, so.
bro, can't wait for Shrek 5, boy. Shrek 5.
Yeah, they
dog.
come out that Shrek
That
next
Shrek
year,
is
Four
dog.
of them already.
4 of them.
Yeah.
You grew up too fast, bro. You was too
you
busy at the dances. We was watching
Yeah.
Shrek.
I said 1 and 2.
That's crazy.
What about 3 and 4? You gotta get
I
him.
didn't even know it was a 3 and 4.
Yeah, they come out that
I
new
thought
one
they
next
had
year.
like a cartoon series that was like, well, I guess it's
Shrek
a
is a
cartoon, but I thought they had a series.
Because
I thought they had a series.
Shrek is a
Not no movie.
It's an
I
animation.
thought
not
they had
cartoon.
episodes.
He said on Cartoon Network, so
So
Eddie
we
Murphy.
got Dave Chappelle,
Martin.
Eddie Murphy.
And the last one, I like giving shout out to people I could put a person that's right now, I feel like it's gonna be a legend. You know what I mean? And I guess that last person would have to be who I watched a lot. Oh, Earthquake. Earthquake, funny man.
I heard that name before.
Yeah, he from out of Atlanta. He was he really helped Dave Chappelle when Dave Chappelle was coming up. So
I heard that name before.
Earthquake.
You got a top 4 comedian?
Mike Epps. I don't know. That's it. ISO.
he about to start.
Chris
I
Tucker.
feel like it's really like
Huh?
that's a really opinionated question, like because it's what do you think's funny to you?
You just gotta know a lot of comedians too at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of
And that's the thing. Like I can name you some big names, but it's like nowadays, like you don't even really hear them anymore. Cause like I love Adam Sandler growing up.
Mine,
Like he was hilarious to me.
I
But
say mine
his
would be a lot like it would be like he said, like film based, like
Yeah.
people who was funny in like movies.
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah.
like people have good
Like, that's
stand up, but
universal.
I would rather watch a funny movie than a funny stand up.
Nah, that was
Like that's just me. Not saying I don't like stand up, but if I
Yeah.
had to pick, I would rather see like a funny film.
Do Jamie Foxx count?
Jamie
I mean,
Foxx count.
I
He
feel
probably
like it
Jamie
should.
Foxx is a
I
comedian.
mean, he used to have his shows and everything too, where he was singing. He would do like the
Goated.
Chris
He
Brown.
go. You guys don't even really
yeah.
know how.
My man
how
hit
good
the
Jamie
like he
Foxx
on the
is.
piano singing, and then
Right.
he get up and tell like 3 jokes, get back on the piano, sing again. Like
Think about it. Jamie Foxx has a special, a successful album, a successful movie,
I was about to say,
and yeah, he
Yeah.
done it all.
this nigga like the Chris Brown.
Literally.
Film.
Literally,
Chris Brown
bro.
can sing, rap, dance, play basketball. I heard he put hands on a couple people.
allegedly.
Boxer.
Allegedly. He can box. He can box. Then you got Jamie Foxx. He can sing, act, write, play the piano. He
literally.
impersonations. Like,
Literally, bro.
So that would be
That's two.
That's
Mike
two.
Epps, Jamie
You
Foxx.
struggling over there, ain't you?
I would do a lot of people. I would do Kevin Hart, just like me growing up. Kevin Hart, Bernie Mac. No specific order. Kevin Hart, Bernie Mac.
Damon Wayans.
The Wayans are
Kevin
as a
Hart,
group.
Or can I
Bernie
take
Mac.
Or do
them
you
as a family?
you want them as a
I'ma-
family or
I'ma
want them
go-
as a family.
Cause his movies, bro. Will Ferrell, Will Ferrell, and then I'll probably throw like for 4. I'll probably go Chris Tucker because Rush Hour is like one of my favorite sequels ever. So probably throw Chris Tucker, Will Ferrell, Chris Tucker, Kevin Hart, and Bernie Mac.
I feel like I would do Kevin Hart, Bernie Mac, the Waynes as the group because Damien he funny as hell, bro. Especially early back in the day. And then I would say Adam Sandler. Like I loved his movies growing up, but he's got a different type of humor, like especially like his older movies.
His be a lot of too like grown ups.
Yeah,
A lot of his comedy just be like straight to the point, like punchline. Like he'll just say something like,
something crazy.
Yeah.
Because even like 8 Crazy Nights, all those movies like funny to me. Like I could watch them right now and die, like laughing at them for whatever reason.
I heard Adam Sandler hire all his like friends and put them on it all.
They on every movie.
Like all the movies he on, them was like just his
He
friends.
made sure everybody was in all of it, bro.
And I heard Martin put his boys on, and Martin the show. 2 of his boys.
let's go.
Very facts. Kevin Hart
It don't have to be
Classic
a 4.
Up Boys, right?
put it.
Oh,
I'll
some
talk
of
about that later. But
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They don't have to be big names. I want to go like, I don't want to say smaller because I don't want to call nobody like that work doing smaller, but just some comedians,
Up and
people,
coming.
up and coming people might not know about that you personally know or you know they work. Like, who's some people that we should look out for or that got good work out there that we need to get in tune with?
man, it's so many cats, and please forgive me if I forget. But shout out to my guy Eric Bryan out in Cali. Vincent Bryan, he's another one. Shout out to Scott Mallory in Dayton. Shout out to my boy Quine in Jersey. Jared Waters, he put me on when I first got to New York. Jared Waters, Reggie Cush. Who else? Trying to think who I talked to all the
Probably
time.
done met so many comedians.
Yeah, let's say it's probably so many
But
people.
you only mesh with like a certain group of them.
like
The ones I
music.
just named, it's like cats that like I would go to like, all right, like how can I punch this up, or You know what I mean? I would just go to him for just like, all right, how can I be a better comedian?
I'm glad you said that. I'm not trying to interrupt the question.
Yeah.
But like, what's the comedian community like? Like, do y'all like put each other on, or is it like people like, oh nah, we gonna put him on the show?
world,
Like,
yeah, like is it like
what's
Are you
what's
scared
that
to like,
like?
hey man, this joke I've been working on, then you hear like
people
a
share
month later,
jokes?
some like,
what's-
I've always
what's that
wondered
like?
that too.
somebody stole your jokes? Let us know. We call them out right now.
Spill the beans.
I saw. One thing you gonna learn about the show, I say, I'm the one who gonna spill the beans. I'm gonna get it going. Anybody who's stealing my boy jokes, we calling you out. I better not get your name. I'm coming back in Providence.
Nah, I don't think nobody took my joint. At least to my knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think nobody took my joints. But
Probably some
If you
funny
see
bone
it,
club
make
out
sure-
there somewhere.
if they did, I'm like, yeah, at least call me to let me know kind of if
should
they
just
got you paid or not. You
Drop
know?
a ha, that's crazy on their
Yeah.
comments. Like, ha, that's crazy.
Because
Like, I see you. I see what you did.
Yeah. I don't be hating on Cash, so I mean, like, if it took me for you to kind of get off, cool. I feel like I think of so much stuff. I'm like, oh, if you need that, cool. I'll probably
I
think
come
of
up with
something.
something.
Yeah, I don't,
That's
and that's
what's
not. Some people take it as arrogant, but I just take it
Confident.
as yeah, like another idea's gonna come to me. You know what I mean, if you needed that one for you to get off, cool. Go ahead and take that. I'll figure out something else. So that's my mindset.
Like I was saying, what's the comedic community like? What's it like for y'all comedians? Do y'all be looking out for each other, sharing jokes, or you feel me? Working with each other to try to figure shit out.
Comedy no different than politics, bro.
Yeah.
Really no different than politics. It's
So that mean people be lying or what? Because they be lying in politics.
I like to say politics is always a
Or
tricky
you just
thing.
saying like everybody
it's
know
no
everybody.
different than politics, man.
There's always a gray
Just
area.
leave it at that. I respect
There's
it.
always a gray area.
You know.
All right.
You know who you know. You never know who's out there that's for you. You don't know who's out there that might not be for you. There's some people in your corner y'all mesh well. Some people that's like, oh, I know that's what type of time you was on. So, I mean, I think that's the best way to kind of describe it, bro. Comedy is literally it's jokes to the people, but politics.
It's like almost like a dog eat dog, almost like
Hey, sometimes
The
it be like
gatekeeping
that.
real.
Hey, it be like that. That's all I
Because I be hearing like watching clips and stuff. YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. They be saying like, I ain't calling nobody out because I don't know nothing about nothing, but they just be saying people be gatekeeping.
Right.
But I feel like that could be that is with everything. It's like people, if you've done it for so long, and if you got this network that you have or whatever, then you could choose all right, who's getting in and who ain't getting in.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, that's why I said it. I think everything comes down
Everything
to
got
politics.
politics.
Yeah. So, comedy no different. People think like, oh, okay, you just gotta be funny.
So it's
To an
man, it's
extent.
funny. There's funny people out there we never even heard of,
Facts.
Right.
and they probably have us in here dying laughing.
100%.
Your cousin funny. You like you go to the cookout, cousin gonna make you laugh. Ain't nobody ever heard him.
Do you think
Like,
that's
it's
changing?
funny people everywhere.
Do you think that's changing because of the social media era now? Because, like you said, you can post your own jokes and get your own following, and people can't stop you from doing that.
Facts. I do think, yes, to answer your question flat out, yeah. Because if you come up in the social media world, you're right. I don't need anybody to help me. I got the camera, I got this little ring light,
Right.
and I make myself a star.
yeah, you just need a couple viral moments, and,
And
you
that's
good.
literally it. So, I mean, yeah, you can get in the door, but that's the biggest issue kind of like right now. Like a lot of social media people haven't done like the stand-up route where they went to grind it out in the open mics and comedy clubs and had the moments y'all was asking me about like, when did you like bomb in front of somebody to where it changed you? So a lot of people don't have that experience, and if you think like, oh, okay, I'll just get in front of a crowd of 50,
500,000 followers now.
yeah, if you think you're going to get up to a crowd and I'm about to make them laugh. Okay, cool. Hey, I hope you do, sir. I really hope you do.
That's definitely different.
Yeah, I really hope you do. So, I mean, social media can help you become a star, but when it comes to that actual kind of interaction on stage, there's no way
put that
around
groundwork
it. There's
in.
no way
So
around
it's
it.
better to do both, at least while you up and coming.
If you really want to be like versed in both of them, you're gonna have to go on stage, and if you like really want to make yourself a star, you're gonna have to
So
turn
like,
that Android around.
so like you saying like go up on stage around here in Cincinnati. Like, what would you say? Like, if I was starting tomorrow,
yeah.
what would be my easiest lane in Cincinnati to try to get in a club, try to get somewhere to get in front of a crowd, or even just like you said, 4 or 5, 10 people?
Yeah, so first I would be like, are you sure?
No, for real.
I know. I'm 1,000% positive.
You gotta ask
Like,
like,
yeah.
are you sure? If you say, oh yeah, I'm sure, I would be
You
like,
don't get
all
the
right.
reaction you want. Don't be trying to shoot the spot up.
Like it ain't like you see on TV where it's like, oh, I'm gonna come out to like 50 people. Sometimes it's gonna be 1, 2 people, you know what I mean, or a bartender that you just in the room with. So, where would I tell you to go? So I'm in the city now, but I'm not in the city like I was. Cause I started here and then I moved out maybe like a year and a half ago to New York, where kind of things started to get rolling. So stuff might have changed, but I know Go Bananas was doing stuff. I know what was another spot that I was going to. Some of these spots probably don't even do it because they were like local open mics. But Go Bananas probably the same one that's probably still open. Funny Bone does an open mic almost once a month. But I would tell you really get tapped in with the comedy scene here, because a lot of times people, like when I was here, I was going up to Dayton a lot to do a lot of mics.
Yeah, I was about to say, you probably almost have to.
Yeah, you do. Shout out to like Nimbus. Nimbus is still doing a mic. Shout out to Caleb and Jeff. They was doing something at Carmichael's in Dayton on Tuesdays. So those spots you can go to get some reps, and those are some good like efficient spots to where you would know like, oh, I got something, or if it's like, yeah, you know what, back to the drawing board because it ain't it this week. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I got a question. For how you were saying, like, the social media thing, like, a lot of the, I'm not gonna say a lot, but a few guys who did flourish on social media, they get like let's take Drewski for instance. Like, you see Drewski everywhere. He got Canes backing him, FanDuel, all that. I guess it's kind of like my question with music. Would you say take like the independent route and post to TikToks, Instagram, Facebook clips as far as comedy, or like you said, would you rather get into them clubs, get in front of them crowds, bigger crowds, they grow? Like, which lane do you think would be like more successful for somebody who's up and coming?
Ooh. It really depends on what their end goal is. Cause some people end goal is they just want to be a comedian and they want to go on tour, and they just want to do stadiums and like arenas and halls or all that stuff. So if that's your end goal, absolutely go in the clubs and murder that scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're somebody like kind of myself, I want to be well versed in all of it. You know what I mean? I want to be able to go to do a hall or an arena, but I also want to be able, if we have this pilot, we need somebody, a comedian to shoot this pilot, I want to be versed in that as well. So my avenue, I would say, first choose a lane you want to be in. If you want to be in one specific lane, if you're like, nah, I want to be good at it all, then you got to hit the ground running with it all. So you have to figure out how to do the clips to make them take off. You don't have to go to the comedy clubs to network with the names and eat it on that was crazy, bomb in front of people.
So what you mean?
Yeah. So I would tell you have to really, what's your lane? If you want to be like an acting star, definitely take the route of shooting the content. But if you want to be like a comedian full time that's traveling, go rip it up at the comedy club.
I had to ask that because, like, even some of my people I think are like funny. Like, I just feel like some people have moments where it be like, all right, you tried a little too hard right there. Not that you're not funny, but it was just like, you had me at first, but then like,
It just
Then
wouldn't
you
work.
lost.
yeah, you lost me because it was like, you ain't really have to do all that to get the point across. So
Yeah.
I feel like just and then also some people like you said, some people ain't had that experience where they go up in front of a crowd and bomb. But if you get repetition, you get to reshoot a scene 20 times. You get to
Yeah, I was
master.
about to say, because you're
like
filming a skit.
that kind of
Yeah.
help you out versus like, nah, this live ain't no replays, ain't no
retake.
redos.
Ain't no
So y'all had to get your opinion on that.
Nah, that's for real though. I have a question, and it came to me while you was talking, but like for y'all, you know what I mean, I asked all three of y'all this, like, what, when you hear comedy, right? Do you feel like a person is only funny if they are making you laugh all the time? Like, how frequent do they have to make you laugh for something to be funny to you? Because to some people, and I asked that
How long
because,
is a set? That's
well, that's the thing. So
Yeah.
it could be, like, let's say a set typically is, it's like 3 to 5 minutes. 5 minutes typically, right? So in that 5 minutes, how much do you want to be laughing to be deem somebody funny or not?
To me, I would say like 5 minutes, probably like half an hour, like 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes? Okay.
But I only say that because I ain't calling myself stupid, but sometimes a joke somebody might say, I might not get off the rip, or I just might not be able to relate to it. Like, if he say a joke about having millions of dollars and something going wrong with that, I can't relate to that. That ain't funny to me. Now, if you say something about like how I grew up, like something I can relate to and I'm laughing, cool. It's just like, see, I feel like that's what go wrong with a lot of other people too. People be like, oh, he ain't funny. Like, nah, bro, you just ain't relate, or you don't understand where he coming from. Like, it's a room of 50 people. He got 48 people laughing for the whole time or half the time he up there. How you gonna say he ain't funny?
Okay.
So for me, if it's me, just at least half the time.
Okay. At the time.
I think for me, it's not like the time. It's more like
The impact
if it's
of the joke.
natural or not.
Yeah.
Like if you just,
you just
if
trying
it just
too
seems
hard,
like you just up there talking and I'm just
listening,
laughing,
yeah.
like damn, like I don't even know what I'm laughing at, but you getting that reaction out of me like that.
Yeah.
That's where it's like.
Some people do
Be
be
funny, like
got you,
it's
got you.
instant. Like it's no question about it. Like I can't even remember a joke. You got to think back about the joke, but you know you was laughing all the time.
It's like a chemistry thing too. Like I say, you want to stand up, and you got to show like, if you funny enough to where you capping on me and I can't do nothing but laugh. Like I can't even get mad. I'm laughing like, nah, dog, funny. Like
Right.
he let me have it. I can't even say nothing. Like, nah, if it's just like, cause some people they be capping and just be like, bro, that wasn't even funny. Like, cause like me, I got locks. So the first thing somebody gonna do is be like, Offset, and I'll be like, bro, that's not funny. Like I didn't, every dark skinned famous person with locks, like I didn't heard that joke. Like you gotta try harder. Like
Brandon Marshall?
I ain't heard that.
I'm like, damn, let me try.
Like, be more.
I
Damn.
would say Burna Boy, but
I ain't heard that one. He done got me on the phone. I really ain't heard that. No, that was a good one. I really ain't heard that one. He might go to the Hall of Fame, so that might be it. You know what I'm saying? Might be a comedy.
I mean, honestly, I feel like I prefer stories like within the skit, like that almost like builds up to just like that, boom, like that's the punchline, and then you go back, you think like, damn, you just set this
You
up,
set
like,
that up.
like that's what I prefer. So like, I wouldn't need to laugh like every 2 seconds, but like if you set that story up and it's funny along the way, and then that final punch, I was like, oh damn, like that was hilarious. This dude's funny as hell because he just like almost like took you on like a journey, and then like once he paused,
painted
like
Okay,
once,
calm down.
once you painted
That's
the picture,
crazy
it was
too.
done.
Pause. He painted a picture for you.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
boss.
I was trying to help you out.
I was trying to find the words too, but
Yeah.
but like once he finally hit the punchline, it's like damn, like that was worth it because he basically drew the story out, and I laughed at parts of it. Then the final like finale of it was the best part. So like,
Yeah, it's like the set.
So
Yeah.
you like a story and witty comedian, from what
Yeah.
I've heard. Okay. So the reason why I asked that, y'all just gave 3 different types of comedians, right? I gave 3 different types of comedians.
But it's
that
only
y'all are.
one person up there.
One person. And he gonna have to cater to all 3 of y'all different
And
styles.
that's
to
why I
make-
said when he laughed, I can't say he not, because what they laugh at or what I might laugh at, they might not.
Right.
But if he got this whole room laughing for his whole set, how can we leave and say he wasn't funny?
yeah.
Also,
You
I
always
feel
gonna have
like
a
if
hater
I
out there,
leave
too.
and be like, damn, bro, I remember that one joke ISO said, like, I feel like that was the funniest. Like, his other one was funny, but he said that one, like, if I can leave and just, like, a joke be stuck, like, it's like, yeah, like, nah, he funny, like, I go see him again.
Straight up.
But on the flip side of that, so basically, we know when we go to a comedy, because I feel like we were saying, like, you know, some people like, oh, if he don't make me laugh, he ain't funny. And I feel like some people purposely go. No, but I feel like some people go there and like
Just to,
try
like,
not
try
to
to
laugh.
Yeah.
So on the flip side of your question, when you come out on stage and you doing your stand up, what do you look for in the audience? Like, how do you know the audience is engaged with you?
Yeah.
Like, what do you look
to
for?
engage with or something.
Yeah, like who they engage with in the audience. Like what do you look for? Like, okay, I can tell them over there they gonna be messing with me, or they might not, or like you just looking at face, like body language, like.
This is when high school come into play. Again, I was annoying, so I'm going in and I'm looking at the person who looked like I probably shouldn't talk to. You're the first person I want to talk to.
Probably
Like,
should have them drug dealers.
yeah, them the first person I want to talk to you, because for two reasons. One, you don't even, if I can get you to crack, this whole room gonna crack.
Yeah, because
they
you
probably
the toughest one.
Yeah. So if I can get you out the way, cool. And then secondly, I do it because if it is a drug dealer person and I point them out, the whole crowd see like who the person is that might try to kill me. So they know like this dude.
Ain't no way he messing with
Exactly. You feel me? So I do it for safety purposes as well. So I mean, I'm not afraid to, target anybody. When I say target, I don't mean it like with no negative
just
connotation.
like,
Just like
have fun.
yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
control the joint. You can't come in there
Let the
scared.
crowd run
yeah,
you.
you can't be like, I don't care if you're scared. You can't come in there and feel scared, because then like, oh, well, he's scared. He can't be funny if you scared.
He ain't
No.
confident. He ain't confident in
Yeah,
his material.
nah.
It's kind of like sports, like you said, like you said you play basketball. Would you play point guard?
Yeah.
You controlling the game. But if how you the point guard and you letting everybody else dictate what you do, or you letting the crowd get you out your game, like,
Straight
nah,
up.
this me, this my material, I worked on it, like I practiced it, like I'm gonna go in here and make these people laugh.
Yeah. I mean, the plan don't always work like that. Let's
It
make
don't,
it very
but,
clear.
no, but I'm saying just the mindset though, the mindset.
Yeah. The mindset's spot on to what you're talking about. But the plan is not always executed. Like in theory, yeah, it's supposed to work like that. Like, all right, go on. I done studied this material to practice it. Cool. Sometimes you gotta call audible, because it could be like 10 people. 10 people ain't trying to hear your structured jokes that you just came up with. Maybe one or two, but they want more like direct interaction.
Because they feel like it's gonna be more personalized.
Yeah.
Because,
So you just kind of really, that's why it goes back to what we was talking about earlier. If you like a social media person, or someone who, I don't even want to say social media person like to spot them out, but like someone who may not come up in a conversation, you don't know that. So you think like, all right, well, I wrote this and I'm going to go through it. No, you got to abort that and just talk to them about what's going on with them, you know what I mean? And tie it back to something that's going on. So
how often do you tie in people in the crowd to like you said, almost like pivot away from maybe whatever jokes you have?
honestly, I try to do it in every bit that I do. That's like one of my, I'm gonna give you this. That's like one of my big transition points, is like bringing people in to incorporate them into my next bit. So they think they a part of kind of like what I got going on. So, and it usually, it really works. Like a lot of times, I ain't gonna say I cater, but like, or pander, but women really like getting involved. So if you can say something that's spot on to women, you're sick.
Nah, bro, you can say you good. Ain't nothing wrong with catering to the women, because where do men want to go?
Wherever the women.
Wherever the women.
Not straight up.
So if you can get the women there, you good. Trust me. Trust me.
I was saying that in the sense of, you just don't want to pander to one specific audience. You want to kind of be diverse. So when I say, when I pander to women, it's like, he just want to be funny for the women. He don't care. And that's true, but it doesn't matter. Like
Once I know I got the ladies in the door, I'm finna make these fellas.
For sure.
You talked about like your low moment. What was like a high moment for you, or like a moment, like a reassuring moment for you? Like, okay, I'm on the right track, or I'm good.
That's a good question. I'm proud of you. You've been practicing.
That is a good question. It is a good question.
Like, I'm here, ISO, baby.
Oh, when was it?
ISO was on the stage. I got 5 more minutes for y'all if y'all need it.
Dang, what would it be? Bro, I've had so many rocky times. I would say it was when I opened for Kerwin Claiborne in Toledo. He gave me some time. Shout out to Kerwin Claiborne. Shout out to Jesse. He gave me time, and the room. It wasn't a field night in the Toledo Funny Bone either, but it was like it was decently packed.
crowd.
Yeah, it was decently packed, and I went in there, man, and I was like, bro, you just can't be like shook, like, you know what I mean? He's letting you get this time. And I went in there and I did a new bit that I hadn't even practiced. That bit hit. That, and then after that, I think I got on a bit that hit, and I was like, yo, this lit. And after the show, Kerwin came up to me like, bro, yeah, you funny, bro. You gotta keep going. And I was just told maybe like a week ago, like, all right, bro, that's not for you. Right. But to then come, back and, have a night like that in front of Kerwin and Jesse, he was like, you know what, I'm sticking here. You know what I mean? I'm not going nowhere. So the night Kerwin let me open for him in Toledo, that really kind of changed. Like, I ain't quitting, man.
I'm doing it.
Yeah,
I'm doing it.
So how hard is it to like? Because you always kind of wonder, like, you go on place night to night to come up with that new segment, to come up with the new jokes, or you kind of like resurfacing some. Like, how hard is? I'm not trying to get your game or anything. How hard is that for comedians to go night to night, different crowd, different diversity? Because like we said earlier, black people, like, we ain't laughing at nothing we don't feel like it's
Say what you
funny.
really want to say.
I'm just saying.
I know he being around the bush with it.
Yeah,
Man.
niggas.
You already know how it go compared to maybe like some white people where they might laugh because it's like, oh, I think that's genuinely funny. But like, how hard is that to set up combo, like, almost go night to night?
Honestly, if I'm understanding your question correctly, it's like everything is trial and error. Everything is in the moment, trial and error.
You don't even know.
You don't. I can't. Every time I go up, I pray the same prayer. Like, Lord, help me. I don't want to waste these people's time, because that's something you don't get back. I don't care. You know what I mean? What people say, you don't get a person. Like, when you go to a comedy show, you invest in your time into a person saying, okay, I think you're entertain me. I have your time in my hands. So I never want to waste a person's time. So I always want to go up there, always give them my best. And that's also the fourth law and the 4 agreements. Always do your best. So I always want to, like, go up there and give my all. So to answer your question, like, you might go up there with some bit that you made up, but there's a lot of times, bro, you go up there and you create on the spot, and I can't, unless you've done comedy, what I'm about to say not gonna make sense, but you can come up with jokes on the spot based upon what you see, and like, you're like, well, how do you do that? And it's, again, I can't really describe it. It's kind of like in the moment, like, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, you said you play football, right? What position?
Quarterback.
You was quarterback. Okay, so you would know what I'm talking about when it's like, all right, I'm gonna have to figure out, make a play out of nothing right here. You feel me?
This was called. This ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Coach, I told you run it. Yeah,
It doesn't
coach,
matter.
If we ran that, we was cooked.
Exactly.
Like, if I said that joke, I was cooked. Like,
Exactly.
switch it up.
Yeah.
You
So
almost gotta prepare for that every night.
yeah, but how can you prepare for something you don't
I'm
know?
saying you don't know what's just gonna hit or
Exactly.
not.
So when do
You gotta
know
be Kyrie
when-
Irving. I feel like Kyrie Irving
Don't say
is.
Kyrie right now.
No, I know.
R.I.P. that knee.
I'm not. R.I.P. that
I said that knee. That knee.
Get well, Kyrie. But no, I'm like, when I watch basketball players, bro, and I feel like, I'm not saying he's the greatest of all time, but just like even Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant can have a million moves. He don't need them, because at the end of the day, all I gotta do is shoot over you. You're not gonna block my shot. LeBron, he 270, bro. You ain't getting in his way.
Yeah.
Shaq, Giannis, like, they just gonna dunk on you. But like Kyrie, he's smaller. So when I think of like people improvise, I feel like even like in any sport, I feel like he's one of the best to ever do it, because when you watch it look like he'll do something at the last minute, and it just look like he did it naturally. Like, that's just what his mind told him to do at the time.
Is it one of those things where it only takes like a minute to show, or you feel like it's a couple minutes? Because you said the typical set's 3 to 5.
Yeah.
So like, if I ain't got captivated in the first 30 seconds, I'm almost like you said.
I gotta get out of this.
Checked
way.
out.
I'm bored.
But no, it is kind of like that. You know, and again, it's hard to kind of explain, but when you, and it comes with experience too, but it's like you're in the moment, like, okay, this is not gonna work. I have to figure out something in this space that's gonna get these people locked in. Okay, this dude ugly, and I'm going to cap on his. Dang it, that's crazy. I'm about to point out how interesting his shirt look. You know what I mean? And it's an interesting looking shirt because everybody keep looking at it. So you gotta, you know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Oh, this dude Dre's crazy. Not you, but just the
It's
person
cool,
that-
bro. Hey, if I'm in there, I don't care. If I'm laughing, you keep going.
And you see, like, I was talking this way, but I'm like, I see you in my periphery.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? You gotta
But
pay
you seeing the
attention.
floor though. You see the
Yeah.
floor. See the field. However you want to put it.
Yeah, so
Like you thought you was. Thought I ain't see you.
yeah.
You next.
Thought you was slick.
Give me about 20
Like,
seconds.
this shirt, like, man, this the shirt like this. I don't know why you laughing though.
Like
Like
the switch, yeah.
that's lit.
So you
I don't think I could do comedy. I ain't gonna lie.
man, me either.
Like,
You gotta be-
like I
It's
can
a
make
lot
like
on the
how
fly,
we here
right?
laughing, but like comedy, that's hard. Like you said, bro, that's hard to do. Like get up there and make people
You on the
laugh
spot,
for a
make
certain
you laugh.
amount of time.
Yeah, I paid
That's
money.
like, dang.
Like that's probably the biggest thing is going up there and knowing, like you said, like time. But people are like, I paid such and such for this ticket. Now make me laugh.
I worked an hour for this ticket or whatever
Yeah.
your hourly wage is. So yeah, I always don't want to waste people's time. But I feel like everybody can do it. Like people say, oh, I can't do it. No, you can do it. Will you be good at it? That's up to you. But like everybody, you know what I mean? I tell people to try it just so you can kind of understand. Because it brings something out in you that's like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? I didn't, if you're not a confident person, it's like, okay, I got to kind of be confident and things like that. So I would tell y'all boys to try it. Even if it's just as a, I don't want to say as a joke to try to like diminish or down.
But just like something just for fun.
Yeah,
Like, go have
yeah,
some
but
fun.
if for you, if it's like one of your creative expression, that's what I'm saying. I would rather you try it. I don't want to talk down on a profession or nothing like that.
How does your family react? Were they like real supportive, or like how were they when you was like, your mom, your dad, or bro, sis, like, I'm gonna be a comedian? They laughed at you?
Yeah. It was like, bro, like, how old are you again? And I'm like,
Comedians got some age limit on comedians.
apparently. So, like, because cats usually, I ain't gonna say, actually, a comedian really don't start till like 20s, 30s, something like that. But,
Okay.
yeah, some of them, like the
I'd
ones
say,
that
what
really
is
do
a
want
prime
to do it,
age for a comedian outside of like guys that's doing content creator? Like, what is that prime age? Like,
that's the beauty of it, bro. It's not. I think like
Yeah.
Bernie Mac got started late. You know what I mean? Cats really got they pushes later on in life. So it's like being a comedian is like you don't have an age period on it. It's like, all right, what's your niche? What is your time? What opportunities do you get? And then how much, how long you gonna stretch out that 15 minutes? You feel me? So there really is no age cap, bro. To be totally honest with you.
But your
But-
family, back to your family.
Oh yeah, but they was like, bro, you're not even funny. Like, what is you doing this for? And I'm like, well, I am funny. You know what I mean? And like that's kind of how I took it. And they was laughing at first. I was like, oh, I'm going to this, I'm going to that. It's like, all right, cool. And then it wasn't until I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to this gig. It pays me X amount. Oh, you getting paid for this stuff? Yeah, I'm getting paid. Yeah. So they didn't really start taking it serious until I was like, yeah, I'm getting paid to do certain things. And then when they started seeing me on various like things that was coming out and like on flyers and stuff like that, they was like, oh, be serious about this. So
What's your you said you moved to New York and everything. Is that like the mecca of comedians, or was you moving there for like comedy reasons and everything? Is that like part of your journey?
So I'm still working full-time job, man. People think I do comedy. I got a full-time job. So I moved there because I took a new position for my job that I'm working. And I had to either go to the options that were Denver, San Fran, and I say New York, but I live in Newark, New
Right.
Jersey. And but it's like
we
only
want
like
to go
this
into Denver.
like
Ain't no
20
But
disrespect to Denver.
I feel like
we
being
wanna go
so
to
close
Denver.
to New York, though, there's so many probably clubs and things
Yeah.
compared to, especially
Did
compared to here,
that
obviously.
influence your decision?
Yeah.
Like you said, you had the options. But out of them options,
can say it.
New
Niggas
York.
want to go into Denver. Sans the Bay, hey, the Bay, y'all might have had this.
Hey,
Niggas
but
want going
it
to
was
Denver.
there. I want-
Denver, y'all was third on the list. We gonna keep, we spilling the beans.
They ain't had a chance. They had a chance. But what'd you say?
I was just saying, like, did that influence your decision going to New York and your comedy, but between the other options you had?
Oh yeah, it was a no-brainer. Like, all right, we off in Newark. Let's go to Newark. You know what I mean? Give me a gun. Give me, you know what I mean, what I need to get, and we going to Newark. You know what I mean? I probably should have said that.
Gotta protect myself.
Yeah,
that's
Newark
the
different.
facts.
Newark different. Like people think Cincinnati on that. Newark is on that 24/7. Like how you say good morning in Newark is shut up. Like they are on that all the
He said
time.
they on
They do not play.
I
So
need hugs out there in Newark.
oh yeah, they don't say they don't
We
play.
seen the love the Newark.
Yeah, no, hey, it's grimy, it's gritty, but I love it. It definitely show you who you are. But yeah, once they said they offered that, it's like there's a PATH train. I take the same PATH train from Harrison Station, right in the what is that? The World Trade. Yeah, I got a car too.
Rarely drive though. don't you?
Man, what?
Is it that bad?
Man, what?
He said,
quite
I'll
terrible.
never drive.
I hate
quite
driving.
terrible, boy.
I hate driving.
Have they tried you while you were in Newark?
Nah, Newark been cool as long as you like really mind your business, but you'll see stuff like it's like oh. Okay.
I ain't see it
Okay.
though. I might have seen it.
none.
I ain't see
Yeah,
it.
but
I
I
might
ain't
have
seen
seen
it.
it, but I ain't see it.
Mind your business.
Yeah, ain't no manners out there. Like people, I love coming back to Cincinnati because people think Cincinnati like now people cool here. Like people say good morning to you. People are like, oh okay, like all right, we see you know buying groceries. They might hold the door. Newark is nothing like that. You on your own. out
Every
there.
time I go somewhere, I respect my city a little bit.
Oh, heck yeah.
Because
I love
Chicago, Florida, they drive like they playing jail basketball. Like you gotta bully your way around the road. Like, bro, you see my blink, you see my blinkers
Don't
on.
try to get on the highways, boy. They don't care.
And I'm sure in Newark, it's it's a lot of people, so I'm sure you driving. There's people just walking in the street like they got bumpers on them.
My blinker got dust on it. I don't even try to use it.
I don't blame you.
I'm cutting boys off, and that's how you gotta drive. It's respectful out there.
ISO'd and adapted to the
Oh,
lifestyle.
absolutely, absolutely.
What's what I was gonna ask though? What's your favorite city to perform in, or
I had a question like that.
that.
Coming up, what was your favorite spots?
I don't really have a favorite city, honestly. Every city kind of is. I feel like cliche, but like when
like
you
the
really
people
do it,
different in every
yeah,
city? Like,
everybody's different. Like and like again, it goes back to kind of like the question I asked, where y'all asked like different, what type of comedy, y'all, what type of comedy y'all like or whatever. Each city is different. Like New York is more so kind of like your style. Be creative and you telling us a story. Like let's make it smart. Spots like Atlanta, they want punchlines heavy, kind of like all the time. Out in Cali, they want that's kind of like similar to what you were saying as far as I might not remember your jokes, but your demeanor. So they more what it's called in comedy act out. So like, what are your impressions that you're doing? What is your body language? So I don't have a specific city that's my favorite, but I kind of understand like, all right, if I'm going to perform in, Atlanta, I need to punch up on like have
so
punch
you base your sets on where you going, or
No.
kind of like
No, basically how I'm approaching, kind of like how I was gonna say. So I'm not gonna be lax. I don't be lax, but like laid back. So like New York, you can kind of like you might be able to sit on a stool and talk to somebody, and they enjoy that type of comedy because it's kind of more witty. In Atlanta, you're not sitting on no stool. You up. You up.
Because
That makes
Atlanta like turned up all the time.
Yeah,
Like, I
you
just went
right.
to Atlanta for my birthday. Like, there's no chill.
No.
But that makes sense too, though, because like comedians that's like from Atlanta, like DC or like Chris Tucker, they
They so,
moving
like,
around. They
energetic,
active,
yeah.
like you feel me? They. So
Energetic.
now that that just brought that to my attention.
Nah,
That's
real though.
crazy. You said that it's the comedy like it changed depending on the area you in.
For real. Yeah.
That's
So-
crazy. That's crazy.
I got a question. Who were some comedians, whether they are stand-up heavy or content creator heavy, like Mike likes to call it, that you would like to work with, or it'd be local or like people like some of the guys you named earlier, like just some people you would want to do some work with.
Oh, that's easy. Any of them that want to work with me, yeah, that's basically how I go with it. Cause I don't know one person. Yeah, I don't have anybody else. I just specifically want to work with them. Anybody who want to work with me, you got the, you know what I mean, the mind to actually put something together. Shoot, we can collab. I don't care about your following, what your mind like. What
If
you
they not
talking about.
funny, you gonna work with them?
Yeah, because this is again.
I gotta ask. That's a spill the beans question. That's why I gotta ask.
Nah, I would because
I
everything is funny. Like,
That's how I would.
that's real though. That's real.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not. I when Mike sent the show stuff, I was at work, but I watched a couple videos. I'm like, oh man, he funny. Like he seemed cool. Like so, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's some people that I don't think their stuff is funny, so I don't share it.
But somebody do.
There we go.
Somebody
Yeah,
do.
you can't contradict yourself. You
And
know?
you're right.
Yeah.
But I like it.
So if he link up with somebody that ain't funny to you,
But
He
I didn't
gonna
say
make
he
you
should. I
laugh.
said I.
well,
Well,
I'm
yeah.
just saying he gonna make you laugh, and that other person gonna make the other,
Yeah.
you feel me, the other crowd
right,
laugh.
you right,
So it's
you right.
like,
And then on top of that, you got to kind of think 2 moves ahead. I want to make you laugh, but I also kind of want your network of people to kind of be familiar with me too. You feel me? Like I said, also go back to politics, my boy. You might not be funny, but you got to follow the people. I don't care if it's 100, 200, 3,000. You got to follow people that rock with you.
Somebody gonna think I'm funny.
Yeah, so now I kind of got that, and you don't never know kind of what. And they tell
I
people
feel like
DM me
it's
all the
almost
time.
like Chris
you know
Rock
what I mean?
for me. Like
Doing
I've
the
never
visual.
thought Chris Rock was too funny, but like a lot of people think he's funny.
You ain't seen
Yeah, I don't know. I
Chris Rock.
like
You ain't listen to him narrate everybody hates
Head of
Chris.
state.
now everybody
Yeah,
hates
the
Chris.
state.
I'm not
the
gonna
state
lie.
with
That's
Chris Rock.
everybody hates Chris is the only material I could truly say like I really like from Chris Rock. And
Yeah, the
and
state.
he's just narrating it.
What
He's
about
not even the one doing the
what about
acting.
What about I think I love
That's
my
what I'm
wife?
saying.
He's
You
not
seen
a
that movie?
comedian of our era though. I wouldn't think. Would he? Is
Yeah, I feel like he
He is
is.
a Mike there. You
Yeah.
a Mike. Never mind.
He like 90s, but
He's
Bigger
like-
and Blacker. If y'all never seen that special, that's funny because that's a special that he did in the 90s. That if you watch it, the material is still relevant today, and that's what you want to be. So people might not think he might not be your niche. He might not. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
But he has a network of people that rock with him. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean he's still very much
I like
relevant.
Chris
Yeah.
Rock.
So I say comedy is a game where it's like you understand that you have to be funny, but I don't have to be. You have to be funny, but you more so have to be what we call it marketable.
right.
Yeah.
I
So you-
believe
I can
that.
see
Appealing
that.
to some multiple
I
crowds.
believe that because they be saying it's like some of the best players in certain sports. They could be a dog, but they be like, yeah, he's not marketable.
Yeah, I can't market you.
Can't work with
Can't
you.
market
Can't
you.
sell.
Yo, can't sell you. And if I ain't bringing no money in, I can't bring you in. But
That's what I feel like. With you being in like Newark, like I feel like that's like real good because when it comes to sports, period, it don't matter what sport it is. New York is a big market,
Yeah.
like in every sport.
Sure.
This is a
So
big city.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what it means for comedy.
There's probably
So,
a
like,
1,000 clubs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like what it could
Probably
do
a
for you in
million
comedy,
comedians
like,
too.
all the time.
so
Be swaying
I
every
feel
day.
like that's like major that you even though you went out there for work, but comedy is something that you got a passion in that you want to do. So the fact that you get to be out there, like when you get off work and like your free time, like when you get to work on your comedy, you already out there. It's like,
Yeah.
that's major.
Yup. Yeah, it definitely was a game changer. I love Cincinnati and everything, but I think one of the shout out to Leah McBride. She was the one that told me like, listen, you gotta get out of here. Like, if you really want to take this, you can't stay here. You have to go. And
Appreciate
yeah,
you,
yeah,
Big
yeah.
Brad.
Yeah, David Bride, she really was one that was like, listen, you talented, you gotta go somewhere else. So
Were you like hesitant to leave at first? Like, cause you know, we get comfortable. Like people, we get like we fear what we don't know, or like bar. We get comfortable basically. Like you know, when you get comfortable with something, you like I don't know this. Yeah, like
Because do you
Nah,
have
I'm
family
used to
out there
this,
and
huh?
all, or friends out there?
I was
Yeah.
born in
like my
Jersey.
little brother said something. He was like, he was just basically like, he was like, I don't fear like failure no more. He was like, he's like, I fear success. Like, because who or what am I gonna be when I'm successful? Like, what if I'm not even a shell of the person I am now? So like, you know, we get scared of what we don't know.
Yeah, well,
Versus like, nah, I'm comfortable with this. I know how this gonna go. Like, I'm used to this every day, or like.
so my question to him would be: is he fearful of success, or is he fearful that he doesn't know him if success comes?
That's a good question. And I'm gonna ask him that because I don't know.
Hey, we get some deep stuff, boy. That's a good.
That was always my thing. Like, what is my character? Who am I? Because it don't matter if I had a great night or a terrible night. Who am I gonna be?
Gonna be me,
Yeah,
regardless.
exactly.
When I go home at night,
Right.
Yeah.
So the same person, I want to be the same person with, you know what I mean, when I had no money, you know, exactly. If something changed and I get, you know, more money or I get a deal, I want to be that same
You're gonna
person.
get that deal.
I want to be that
into
deal.
existence.
Yeah.
Power of the tongue.
But I'm more so concerned about me.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like I've been in that place, especially being in New York, like, there's so many things you gotta like, listen, I'm not into that. I'm not fun of, you know what I mean? I don't even want to be around that environment, no disrespect, but that's just not me. So, again, it goes back to, as I told you in high school, when I wasn't able to do certain things, and I understand now.
Discipline is already in
Exactly.
you.
So now I'm like, okay, I've already trained myself not to get involved with this, and I don't really don't have any interest. So, you know what I mean? My character has really been developed to where it's like, I'm not as scared of success. I'm going to treat it how I treat everything right now. So, yeah, that would be my question to him. But, I'm being totally honest, I don't even know what you asked. My bad.
What did I
Basically,
I was trying to go through it.
is it scary making
Oh
that
yeah, it's
transition?
scary making that transition.
Because, like you said, you don't have any family,
Yeah, the
friends
fear of
out
the- the fear
there
of the
to like
That's what
uproot.
helped you with your job too.
when you were so comfortable,
Oh.
like, and you knew Cincinnati basically.
Yeah, I was fearful
move
at first.
scary,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was fearful at first because that was kind of like one of my. Because I moved out when I graduated from college in 2016, so I moved away that time. But that was like 2-hour drive. I went to Bloomington, Indiana. But this was like
Exactly what it is.
when I drove to Jersey, that's a 9-hour drive, bro.
Yeah,
Like there ain't no
There ain't no turning back.
Yeah, that's a 9-hour
Yeah, you was in the car thinking the whole time,
Like,
like,
yeah,
I really made this commitment. That's a long 9 hours to think.
That ain't even though I want to go home for the weekend.
Yeah.
That's a man. If I do this,
There ain't no
Ain't no
turning
turning
back. Ain't no turning back. So.
Once you in it, you in
you drive
it.
from Jersey to Cincinnati, you ain't going for the weekend.
Nah,
you going
you-
for at least maybe a week. Like you
Yeah,
there.
Nah, bro. So yeah, it was scary at first, but it was like, all right, you know what I mean? I'm a real person, high on my faith, and I was like, all right, God, I gotta, and we gonna do this. We gonna do this, cause there ain't no like, oh, I fail, I can just come back. It's like, oh, I might low key be homeless out this joint.
It's like it's all or nothing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
betting on yourself at,
Yeah.
at the end of it.
So yeah, that's funny.
I got two things. So, what's damn? I just forgot my questions that fast.
Go ahead, man. Take your time.
Take my time. What you put in my cup?
This nigga said I roofed him on the pod.
So,
This ain't this
How
ain't
was-
hangover.
So,
I was
remember-
saying, I just wanted us to have a good time.
I remember my question now. Two questions.
Okay, you got it, you good?
I'm good. Y'all. Hey, these YNs, nigga.
Wow.
It's lean in here. Look,
I ain't wear the shiesty. I'm gonna wear. Nah, yeah,
don't wear the shiesty.
Yo,
no
you be
more.
wearing ski mask, bro?
I'm wearing shiesty.
Give me that energy, bro.
I'm like, I
I
don't
wear
want to
it
say it,
backwards.
but
I wear it backwards, so like I wear it like this, kind of like a hat.
for
I only wear. I don't.
dreads.
Yeah. Only way you gonna see me put it on right now is like.
It's cold inside, cold outside.
It's go time. That's
Yeah,
When
it.
it's go time.
You got. I don't think I'm lying.
Hey,
Nah, I go to a lot of like
He'll be
football
good
games.
at doing it.
So if I go to,
Fit right in.
if I go to a football game, like my brother, he played for KC.
Okay.
Or like if I go to a high school football game out here, like it be cold in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So I put my gloves on, I put my Nike trench coat on, put my ski on, and so I sit out at a game. Like I love watching football. Like, it's cold.
For real.
I don't like being cold, so that's why I bundle up like that. But like like if I gotta go to a game, I know it's gonna be cold.
Wearing the shiesty.
I'm aware, but I don't like.
Whatever happened after that.
You ain't gonna see me in no. You ain't gonna see
And
me
then
in no
like
85. You ain't gonna see me at 85 degrees walking down Hamilton Avenue with a hoodie and a shiesty and some jeans on. Like, I be driving down the street seeing some of these young bulls like bro, like we get it, but you ain't. Come on, bro. It's
hot as hell.
it's 90s.
Especially in the 90s.
It's
though.
90s.
Wow.
Go
You
ahead,
already know
ask
what
your
time, time you on.
Oh yeah, my question was 2 questions actually. What's some of your goals as a comedian, and where can like the people see you or like come to a show or see? I know you do social media stuff too.
Yeah.
Where can they see the social media stuff, and where can we find you?
All right. So the first question was one of my goals. Honestly, bro, this year I really I want this to kind of be a milestone year for me. So this year I'm really focused on like right now I'm doing everything kind of like on my own.
Right.
But this year I want to get representation to be able to get into those rooms, to be in like auditioning for pilots, to be able to kind of go to that next level.
So don't mean to cut you off. To my point earlier, bump the independent route. If you for some help, you gonna take it.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Respect
I ain't
Respect
turning down.
Because you know some people be like, nah, stay independent, do this, do that, but
But you
Yeah.
gonna do both? I would
Yeah.
assume.
okay.
I will only take representation as long as everything aligns with who I am. Like I've already said, there'll be certain things as far as like acting, I won't do. There's just a no. I don't care how much money. I mean, I'm just not doing it. It don't lie
Get your
with who I
character.
am. Yeah. So, talking with an agent that's like, listen, I don't care who tell you I might be good for this role. They can see me do this. There's certain things I'm just not gonna do. So, that's one, get representation. Write my own pilot to begin to do like my own movie. So that would be, those are 2 things that I'm gonna get accomplished this year. I'm not sure when, but they're gonna happen. And where can they catch me? You can catch me on my page, comedian ISO _ on Instagram, comedian _ ISO on YouTube. TikTok, I don't know what they doing right now, but you can go and check me out on there too. Comedian _ ISO there. I post kind of very frequently. I was just on the show if you need just want like some quick snippets of what I got going on. I was on Balloon Pop episodes 43 and 38. So I'm just trying to see kind of like my comedian.
So how is those
had it
20v1s?
on,
Like,
Hey,
how's that?
hey, I seen my bad.
Pull it up.
I seen that episode that you was
Oh,
on.
yeah.
You a wild cowboy. But you was fly as hell, I gotta tell you that.
Yeah,
Hey,
sure.
the get up was nice. That was not you
I
put it on.
appreciate
I ain't gonna lie, you put it on. Go ahead.
So how is those 20v1s? Like, what's the
So we do
atmosphere
one
like?
live on Spill the Beans.
We
We
might.
Like,
do one live on Spill the Beans.
So
because you always see the clips and you be like, how much is this like stage? How much of this is like fun? Like,
Did you see his?
yeah.
That one stage. Shorty was like, Shorty was like, where did y'all find him? Like she was so confused.
Nah, that's funny. Shout out to BM on left the opportunity, but no, so because of the agreement that we signed, I can't talk about like behind the scenes stuff. So respect that. But as far as like, I can talk about my experience. So to answer if it was stage, None of it staged. Not one thing
all
in there is
natural.
staged. You don't even see the girls. Well, I was on both sides, so I was on the lineup first, and the first time she sees the girls, we see the girls, so they keep them off in a whole different area. So when people like, oh no, they see each other for never. You don't even know. You don't know who's
You
coming.
really don't
across
see
that.
them until they walk.
Yeah, legit, and then so no, that's not staged. Nothing is staged. They'll do as far as like if there's like a mess up in a shoot, they might ask to do it again.
So we do it.
But that's no different than anything.
Right.
So
Did you have fun doing it?
what? Of course I have one.
Did you do more?
No. Nah. Cause then people really gonna think I'm looking
Not
for
even
love.
just like not. So some people, yeah, okay.
They gonna be like,
what's wrong with
Ice?
this? Yeah,
What was-
I don't never want to be that guy though. I ain't gonna hold you.
So what was going through your head? So what was going through your head when you dropped the punchline about having kids?
Bro.
That's,
That's funny.
no, I'm saying, like, to your point, that's what they're gonna be saying. Like, they do everything to find love. Like, people, they gonna find something to say.
Nah, for real, that is though. But that's funny that you were saying that. That's what I'm like. I was listening to you while I was listening to him at the same time. That's how comedy works. But to answer your question, what was your question?
I said, what was going through your head when they asked you about the kids and you delivered a punchline
Oh,
liquid form?
dog.
Like, what made you? Because like when I saw the clip earlier, I was sitting there like, bro, you really just I ain't never heard anybody ever say that.
We're not gonna tell y'all what he said.
Yeah.
because-
I gotta go check
Yeah, like I was like, bro, he really just said that shit. Like,
I ain't
So
gonna lie, I had to run it back.
yeah, I did too.
That was something like natural, like call out of him.
bro, so I can tell y'all this. So before
The room was still.
we had it was shout out to all was it 6 or 7 of us? Them all my homies too. Shout out to all y'all. We was able to like have like beverages, alcoholic beverages or whatever. You know what I mean? And
Had
so
that oil in it.
that's a good way to put it. You feel me? And so by the time when she came out, she was like the third person, and we was like all feeling good or whatever. And my mind
Feeling
already
well.
is uninhibited, but really I was super uninhibited at the same kind
This
of like.
boy, ISO, like, I'm finna turn
Yeah,
turn it up a little bit.
and it wasn't even like it was staged. It was like she was the third girl to come out, and like the first two asked the same, like, "Do you have kids?" And I'm like, I'm not trying to keep saying no. I want to say, and it kind of goes back to your style. I'm like, I want to say no with saying yes. So I was like, yeah, okay, I got kids. This is when they come as. You feel me? And so that it literally just kind of came to me when she was talking to me. So I was like, I didn't even think it was gonna hit like it did. Like the homie, shout out to Cheeto. Cheeto was the dude with the purple shirt.
Purple.
Yeah, Big Perk. That's the homie. Shout out to Cheeto. Big Perk. Shout out to Cheese. Cooking with Cheese. Look at his page. He was like, after we had done filming, like, bro, that clip is gonna cook the internet. I'm like, bro, no, it's not. It's like, it's not that
It
bad.
was
No,
funny
I
though,
did not.
because I feel like,
For real.
because the girl, she got it ASAP, because she had to tell her what it meant.
Yeah, she did.
But I feel like that was good because, like, bro, you could say that to a girl on a date and she might think that's the funniest shit in the world.
Yeah.
And to my point earlier, a joke might go over my head or I might not be able to relate to it. Another female would have thought that was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, no,
Like, so,
yeah, it's
like I said, we're not telling y'all what he said.
go check it out.
Check it out.
Because I'm telling y'all.
I was just wondering because like you watch those Swim V1s all the time and you just be like, how much of it this is like comedic stage, how much of it is not, and it's just like I don't know. So that's the only reason why I asked.
Yeah, no, I can't speak.
Because like
for that.
I understand y'all probably sign NDAs and shit like
Yeah,
that
for sure.
too.
Yeah, definitely. So I can't talk about like the production behind the scene, but I can talk about my experience. But I can say for sure there was nothing staged about. Because before I went on there, I was thinking the same thing. Like, it's probably gonna be staged. And then I was like, once you go through the experience, like, oh, it's really not. Yeah, it's not really staged at all, So, yeah, it wasn't. No pop the balloon with Arletta Mooley is staged. I can say that.
It's kind of piggybacking off of what Tuck said, but not really. Just like, what's next for ISO? Like, where you see yourself at, basically. Like, I know you said you're gonna write the pilot. You're like, but like, let's say the next couple years, what do you see yourself like? What can the people expect out of you?
Bro, I'm a be one of them ones, bro. There's no other. That's just the fate of my life.
Right.
I can't even say I believe it. I know it at this point. It's just a matter of being patient for when the opportunity comes. And you know, I always pride myself on being ready for everything. You know what I mean? So, in the next 2 years, for sure, I can't say what it will be, but I'm going to be. Yeah. You know, I'm not saying that even arrogantly, bro. I'm just saying with the most confidence that you know I know my story, I know my life, I know what's destined
We
for me.
believe in you. I know, because like I said, bro, I watched Joe when Tuck sent it. Like, it's my boy. He coming on the pod. I looked at it. I'm like, nah, he funny. But he better not try to get me when he come on. Hey, that's what I said, I was like, nah, bro, this nigga funny, bro. He started trying to get on me on the pod, bro. I gotta have something to say.
Turn him into a comedian. Like, I gotta be ready, just in case.
It was the first clip when I said, I'm like, oh, he just like me too. Like he got like he a dickhead. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, he played too much. Like, I'm like, because I realized where he said he trying to keep saying no. So at this point, it's like, man, people keep asking this same dumb question.
Like you set yourself up, yo.
Like you keep asking this question. All right, I'm finna give you what you look for. Like, so I'm like, he act like me. I'm like, man, he better not try to get me, bro. 'Cause I'm like, he act just like, but nah, like that was just like I respect like what you was doing. Like,
Nah, I appreciate that, family. Nah, I don't be on that type of time. But you know, as far as like what they can expect, I have a movie coming out. It's The Upper Hand. It's gonna be coming out on Peacock and Tubi. I want y'all definitely keep a lookout for that. That's a big project for me that I definitely want, you know, the homies to support. So the homies to support. I want Cincinnati to support that because again, it's you know to have one and get out the city. You know what I mean? It's like it's big. You don't have. I ain't gonna say we don't have, but like
it's rare.
Yeah, especially when it comes to like comedy and acting and stuff. You can't tell me it's a big actor. I know they say Cat Williams, you know, from the city, from Avondale, but other than that, who you have that's really coming out of the city that's trying to work? It's probably cats out there. I'm not saying it now, but like who really? I love being from Cincinnati, bro. Like even in my Pop the Balloon video, like my intro, I shouted out 513. I will never like try to. I'm never ashamed of the city. Yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. So yeah, all the time.
So they can be from Cincy or they can be from Newark, Dayton, anywhere. Who was somebody that not only to help us but to help them get their story out? Who was somebody that you would want to see on the pod?
Woo!
That's a man.
Yeah, that's real that y'all would give boys a shot on the come up, bro. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all really doing the stuff. I don't like making things about race, but I mean to do that for one of our own, bro. So y'all, I appreciate y'all for extending that platform out. But I would say my boy Scott Mallory from Dayton. He has a different story. He has I'm a single man. I don't have any kids, so I'm able to pursue comedy full time. Mm-hmm. When I'm not working or whatever. But he's pursuing comedy. He has a wife. He has a daughter. And he's still grinding. So he's taking that kind of like Bernie Mac type of approach to where it's like I got a full time job. I got a family, and I still wanna make it in comedy. So I would definitely say my homie Scott Mallory. If y'all can get him on the pod and have him talk about his story, that's. I appreciate that
in the notes. I'm make sure to give him a follow and a DM.
So who are some like crazy names you've either worked with or you've seen or like they've like, hey man, I like what you're doing, or here's a point, or like here's like whatever, some advice that you could say like.
Yeah, it's a lot of cats. Shout out to Sean Jones. Sean Jones showed mad love. Every time I hear Sean Jones hit me back. Shout out to Ron G out in Cali. Every time I hit him, he hits me back. Black Ron on All Deaf. Black Ron, he be opening up for I think it's like Ricky Smiley, but he's always shown me love. DC Young Fly, I met him. Lil Duval, I met him. Pretty V, I met her. Who else? K Dub, I met him. Kelly Kells.
Would you do like a Wild
I
Now
was about to say
type
Pretty
thing?
V, that's wild now, right?
Yeah, I definitely would like to write for them. So, hey, well, now if you need somebody to write, I got stuff, you know what I mean? I know I can write for y'all. So, I definitely would like to write for Wildin' Out. Damn, man. Ricky Smiley. Who else have I met? Who else have I met? Quite a few people. Sean Morgan. Bro, I've met quite a few people, bro. And the people, well, the cats I named are cats that I can hit up right now and then
Yeah.
hit me back.
Right,
So,
That's what's up.
Shoot. On that note, I want to end it. Special shout out, special guest, ISO.
appreciate you, bro. Thank you for letting me slide, man.
Yeah,
For
bro, we
sure,
appreciate
man.
you for
For
sliding
sure,
through the
man.
pod, bro.
Definitely gonna have to get you back out here.
Yeah, you should have told me to bring the butters. I was close, but you know what I mean, I ain't know that
It's
was
cold
a thing.
outside. Got the bomber and everything.
These
Like,
Adidas, I need a new pair. They might zoom in on
me
them.
too.
I'm telling you, they seen that episode. We was, man.
It's a,
Yo, was studying?
we was studying.
I told you they was on our head about that little sneak.
Hey,
We ain't
for
gonna
all our Detroit people, it's all love.
That's
All love, man. Make sure y'all go watch the whole pod. You know what I'm saying?
Watch the pod, like, share,
we
subscribe.
get into
Sure.
it with ISO, man. They're gonna be side to side videos. All the
Right.
comedians.
We don't want
count.
Newark on our head either.
Nah,